welcome to neilsspanishflybox. I hope you're all well and enjoying your fishing. If you watched my last video when I was having a disaster of a morning, the fly that eventually took a fish was this small terrestrial. So I'm going to tie it on a size 18. You can tie it smaller. It's a very simple tying. I'll get straight into it. I have a size 18 dry fly hook and I'll be using 12/0 black thread. So I'm going to start the tying just a little bit behind the eye and wind down to the rear of the shank. I'll trim off this excess thread. Like so. Now for the body of the fly, I'm going to use some black beaver fur. You can use whatever you like, as long as it's a fairly fine fur or hair. Black kapok would be a good alternative. And I'll just dub this on, trying to keep it fine at the rear and make it a little bit thicker as we go along. See how we get on with this. Want to make it a little bit thicker, closer to the thorax area. So, now we are going to tie in longer hair there. We're going to tie in a wing, and I'm going to use some Fentex, but you can use whatever you want in terms of floating yarn. It just serves to create the wing and gives it a little bit more flotation capability. Now you won't need a lot. It's not a very big fly, so I'll just trim a piece off. And I'll tie that in. Pull that to length. And bind it down. And the wing you don't want longer than the length of the fly. That's fine. I'm going to put on just a little bit more dubbing at the thorax area. Right. Going to need a small hackle for the front of the fly. This is just a collar, and let's see what we can find here. The amount of hackle that you put on and the depth of the hackle will depend upon a little bit how it rides in the water. That's a little bit too long, that one. Let's have a look at that one. Yes, that one's a little bit better, so I'll take that one off. Clear off at the bottom. Get rid of all this excess and tie it in. And I'll trim up that bit of excess stalk. And as I said, the amount of turns is entirely up to you. Not important. It's a very simple fly. That's 2, 3, 4. I think that's enough. I'll tie that off. And trim up the hackle. Pull these hackle fibres back before I tie off. I'm going to use a half hitch tool to tie it off. And trim up the tying thread. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the knot, on the thread there, on the head. Just make sure the eye is clear. And there you have the finished fly. It's as simple as that, but you've seen that it can be productive. I did have more fish after videoing on this particular fly. There's nothing to it, but obviously the trout like it. I hope you enjoyed the tying. Do become a subscriber, hit the bell, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.